Let me show you how I do my makeup for a super hot day. After I've prepped my face with primer, I'm going in with color corrector. This Vicente color corrector in the shade 2 is my absolute favorite color corrector. Watch how it transforms my skin. It's really amazing at evening out my skin. I have different shades of discoloration, some green around my mouth, some blue and purple under my eyes, and this one shade just does wonders. Watch. What I also love is that it blends everything in without leaving an orange cast. Next, I'm using this Merit foundation stick in the shade Sand. I really love that it feels like nothing on the skin, but it gives you the coverage you need to even out your base. I find this to be very buildable, so you can go in with the amount of coverage that you feel you need. But for a hot day, I love going in thin layers. The thinner the layers, the more product I feel I can add on without it looking cakey. The next step for me is concealer. I'm going to use NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shades Cafe Con Leche and Nougatine. And I love leaving it on my face to get a little bit tacky so it settles nicely. In the meantime, I'm just going in with my cream contour. This one is by Makeup by Mario and I'm using the shade Light Medium. I find it has the perfect depth and undertone for my slightly olive skin over the summer. Next, I'm blending my concealer, and as you can see, I'm getting a lot of coverage here using a very small amount, and all I had to do was leave it on my skin for a little bit longer for it to get tacky. And now just spot highlighting with Nougatine, just a little bit, and doing my brows in the meantime to let it get tacky again. And it gives me just a little bit more brightness in the inner corner. Next, I'm using the IT Cosmetics Celebration Powder Foundation in the shade Medium Tan to set the outsides of my face. I find that this step gives me a little bit more coverage and it gives you just a really nice finish. Now I'm using the exact same product in the shade Light to brighten my under eye and also set my makeup. And it just gives you that extra bit of brightness. Now I'm using my Essence Powder Bronzer in the shade Chocolate Sundae just to warm up my face. This Kosas Baked Blush has been one of my favorites this summer. It's such a beautiful cool tone pink and it applies so seamlessly on the skin. I tap it into my hand to even out the product and then apply it to my face. And I love taking it just a little bit under my eyes to give it a more seamless transition. What I love about this blush is that it gives you this skin-like finish while giving you this glow from within. I love using this Dior blush in the shade Lilac to create that perfect transition between the under eye and the blush. It makes for such a smooth transition. Now I'm going in with my favorite lip liner. This is Whirl from MAC. I have gone through so many Whirl lipsticks, and nowadays I find myself relying on the lip liner a lot more, and I use this to fill in my entire lip, and I could do everything in this and this will not come off till the end of the day. And now I'm using this Benefit lip tint just to give myself a little bit of that pink. MAC Fix Plus to blend in all the powder, and just mascara. And this is my heat proof, melt proof look of the day. I loved how it turned out. What do you think?